Hi, and welcome to something I'm starting to do now is I'm going to start doing some smaller episodes during the week just to fill in the things that I think are important. And today something cropped up that made me think this is the perfect place to start this. Today Colgate have released a new ad, and I believe they're doing so with the best of intentions. So it's about making people aware that, you know, there are kids out there with extra support needs, and yes, it's all tied in with smiles and toothpaste and stuff like that. But I think the intention there is good. They're trying to do something that is constructive. However, it's that kind of thing where you can see a great idea and it's gone through a committee and and finally at the end of it, they've got this product that they're quite pleased with, but they've missed the point entirely. I'm going to show you the ad now, and then I will discuss exactly why I have a problem with it.
I work with kids with special needs. I've had kids who told me they can't handle the world. I have kids who said to me they don't want to live. I've had it all. When they come into a class, they're shy, and then they kind of find their place. I have to get a relationship first so the kid trusts me. Kids are smart. They don't know so much, but they're very good at feeling. You can talk about very difficult things with a smile on your face. It's like a flower with no water. You know, you water it and then it grows. Sometimes we get there fast, sometimes we have to go through a bumpy road, but we'll get there. These kids, they haven't smiled a lot in their lives. And when I see it, I see hope. It's contagious.
So that's the ad. As you can see, what they do is they introduce this teacher who works with special educational needs kids. Wonderful that he does that, and he has some really good points to make on there, and it's a nice feel. But when Colgate put his name up, they list the kids as troubled children. Now that's a real issue, because just because somebody has special educational needs doesn't make them troubled. It doesn't mean they have problems, that they're unhappy, that they're miserable, and this seems to be painting all kids in that light. And the guy goes on to talk about it. You know, these kids haven't smiled sometimes. They don't know how to smile. It's like, well, that's just not the general case. You're painting everybody in the same picture. And I'm watching that ad, I would come away, if I didn't have an internal knowledge of it, and say, yeah, gee, these kids, they don't get a chance to smile, do they? Just because you're special educational needs doesn't make you unhappy. Some of the happiest people I know are people who are autistic, are people who have bipolar disorder. They can have their down times, but they certainly have their up times as well. Just because you have something that is a neurodiversity or something that means you need a different kind of support to what's traditional doesn't make you troubled. You are not a troubled person just because your needs are different to somebody else. That is an ableist statement. And to lump all people with special educational needs or with any other kind of support issues into the area of being troubled, that is exactly the definition of ableism. We are in a society now that accepts diversity. We accept all races, we accept all genders, we accept all people on the gender spectrum, if you like. You know, these things are just accepted, but it doesn't seem to be getting through to the special educational needs side of things. We still view this as something that needs to be fixed and a problem that needs to be solved. And these kids are troubled because they have differences. That is not the case. You are opening up to bullying. You are opening it up to prejudice. And that is so wrong. Colgate, I admire what you're doing. I admire the fact that you're trying to get a message out there in a way through your advertising. I think that's an admirable thing. But you need to check on this. You need to take that ad down until you can fix. A very simple fix is to say, okay, how can we represent this more effectively? He's a teacher for special educational needs kids. He's not a teacher of troubled kids. Fix it, then put the ad back on and make a public statement that explains why you've done this, because it's so, so important. Please do subscribe. Please do like this. If you've got any comments you'd like to make on it, I'd love to hear. I'm going to try and get this in the ears of the people that matter at Colgate, and I will see you again on the next episode.